Okay, hold the phone. I did not expect to be doing this review because these are the Cyberpunk Edgerunner figures from Jada Toys. Oh, Jason X, SCNS Live, Super Cool Nerd Show. We've met before. These guys, I got to see them first at San Diego Comic-Con this year. And I love Mezco figures. I love fully clothed action figures. And Jada Toys has not been missing with their Street Fighter and Mega Man lines here lately. But I found these at a surprising place. So shout out to Preternia. Please go follow him on the social media. But he had a link that these are available right now through a website, diecastmodelswholesale.com. And not only did they have them in stock, ready to ship, they had them at a discounted price. Yeah, so I got these guys under the cost that they would normally. Big shout out. These guys look like they deal more in model kits and diecast cars and like trains and such. So it was kind of weird that they had action figures. I looked through the website a little bit more. Didn't really see anything, but beyond all that. But these are two really cool pieces that I couldn't wait to check out. So let's unbox them and see what they're all about. So yeah, I really like the Edgerunners show. I finally watched it not too long ago, so I'm kind of a poser. My cat just jumped in the empty box over there. All right, ladies first, let's check out Lucy. Little knife action. Don't cut towards yourself like I did. Very, very bad on the safety. So yeah, the box is really cool. Good window art here, showcasing the figure. We have some really good artwork on the side here of Lucy. It looks like taken right from the cartoon. You got Jada Toys. On the back, some really cool artwork of the cast of Edgerunners. And please go watch the show if you haven't. It's really good. Cyberpunk Edgerunners on the top and an extra window here, so the figure is fully lit up. So good job on the packaging. Jada Toys does not miss on this. I see that there are several tabs here. So let me try to maybe open this way, because I see the tape kind of holding it down. Can this be opened and like reclosed? I don't think it can. I'm just trying to cut every bit of tape that I find to see what this is all about. It's like a, oh, well, that's kind of cool. It's like a little door piece. Oh, there's more tape over here. So not only on the top and the bottom here. I mean, I did cut the bottom, and that probably is enough to get this figure out. Just kind of weird that this just comes down. Also some good packaging art on the inside there, but let's get this out. So she comes in a double clamshell. Also very cool artwork inside the box of that city line. It looks like David's got the same stuff on his. And we're gonna get her out. She's not like embedded in the clamshell. And I like when figures are like that, when they don't like, they're not just like in there and you have to like pull it out and everything. But wow, really cool looking action figure. So yeah, I mean, I love what Jada Toys has been doing with their Street Fighter line. And this looks really good. We're gonna take a closer look at them once I get both of them out of the package, and we'll have my little DJI and take a look at some of the posability. And she's got the little markings on her hands where her little tendrils come out. And the jacket is the only part of her that's cloth. Everything else is molded plastic on the body. But this figure looks very good. It's pinless. Yeah, digging what they did here. So of course, also in Lucy's box, you get her little tendrils that come out of her hands. These are, oh, they're bendable. So I saw some of that in the promotional package. Man, the wire feels like very, very flimsy, but I hope that holds up, but pretty cool. She also got herself a little pistol here. Take a closer look at that in a second. And additional portrait. And one thing about this, the hair is of a softer plastic than the head sculpt itself. This is more of her kind of evil or just plotting something. Lucy's not really evil. She's just misunderstood. They evil. And you get 2 extra pairs of hands on top of her open hands. No fists. Actually, the other hand is smoking. Don't start smoking, guys. I quit a couple years ago cold turkey. I would not recommend it for anybody. So yeah, I lied. We actually get 1 fist, 1 trigger hand for the gun. How's that? Pretty well. We're gonna put that in her hand. And of course, that very, very bad habit you don't pick up. And then additional trigger hand for the left hand. solid on the stance. She hits that pose, no problem. Let's go ahead and get David open now. And of course, we can see that David has some artwork on the side. If you follow the series, you can see kind of, this is where he started getting his mods and upgrades. More of the same artwork that we saw in the back of Lucy's box. That Cyberpunk Edgerunners logo there. Same type of window packaging. These also have a hook. I wonder if these are actually gonna get sold in stores because they do have a peg hook. Not really a series I'd be throwing in stores. Maybe in the collectible aisle. I mean, they'll put anything anywhere. Once again, a double clamshell. You know, I've been trying to do more reviews and I haven't been opening things until after I get them on the review table, which is, I guess, kind of motivated me to review more, especially in this style. So, ooh, okay, David's got quite a bit of stuff here. Ooh, what is, oh, okay, I see what we're doing here. I see. We have less hands than Lucy, but one pair of Lucy's hands are kind of made to just do the smoking thing, so yeah. We do get an additional head with David here, and he is a little bit more embedded in the clamshell. Trying to save y'all the crinkly plastic sound in my microphone here. So, okay, yeah, David is pretty much like right as he is all modded up. This jacket, wow. This jacket feels like an actual windbreaker, and I can see pocket stitching on this guy. The suspenders that hang down are of a hard plastic. Not really a fan of that, but man, he's got some articulation. The design looks so good on this guy. He looks like he stepped right out of the cartoon, and already I'm feeling like the posing is very smooth. The joints feel very good. So the pants are like glued up here. I thought they were just kind of like sitting high water on him. Yeah, and looking at David's artwork, they are sitting up that high on him. But man, this jacket with that design on the back, of course, this was his mom's jacket. I can see the pockets here. It almost looks like something could go in these pockets, but they look like they're just false pockets. So hey, wanted to give a quick update. I'm talking about this part actively in the video, but those pockets on the side, if you take David's hands off, there is a little cut. It takes a little bit of work, but you can get his hands in his pocket. Mind you, there's no hands attached. It's just the wrist, but I wanted to show that off that you can. Also, I have his chain like all messed up in that video. It's supposed to be looped like that, so just forgive if you see any more of this in the video. But yeah, you can get his hands in the pockets if you remove the if you remove the hands and just put them in the wrists, it does give the effect like the hands are in the pockets. But the posability on this feels very smooth. I mean, not something that I would be shocked from Jada, because their Street Fighter line has been fantastic. Yeah, this guy looks great, and sitting him and Lucy next to each other, they look really good. So David's accessories, he does have 2 fists that he comes with already on the body. We do get an extra portrait of his head, a little bit more angry, a little bit wanting to do some violence. We do see the arm cannon that he gets on his left arm, and that's a separate piece. Got a gun blaster thing, and he has a hand to hold that. Only in the right hand can he hold the gun, and he gets kind of an open hand on the other side. And one thing right off the bat, man, these hands, it's not that cold in here, but these hands are really tight, and they might want to use some caution, but his hand does hold his weapon very well. Let's try to pop that off and check it out. Very nice hand system. And let's check out the arm cannon part. So you do have a little piece in his forearm that you can remove here. Ooh, that is a small piece. Be careful with that, because it can easily go. And you can see that just goes right there on his hand. Yep, ooh. Can't say I'm a fan of that one. Let's see if we can get that to stay on a little bit better. Maybe I just didn't have it locked in, but not a fan of loose parts. Oops, sorry, Lucy. So even pushing this down, that piece does not want to stay in there, like at all. There's no click in point. It doesn't feel like there's any friction to it. In fact, this might have to be maybe fattened up with a little polish or something on there, because I can't get that to stay in very securely. And I'm not going to display something on my figures when they're on the shelf if it can't stay on there. Yeah, that is just not staying in there. I mean, I guess now it's, no, it's not really staying on there. I think I just kind of wedged it on, but that's definitely a downside of this figure. It's staying on there pretty well, but it does not snap in, it does not secure. So we're just gonna take that out for now and put this little piece back in there, which this actually feels like it stays in more securely than the arm cannon piece. So checking out Lucy, we can take off her hand, put that gun hand in there. And these little tendrils that she had come right out of her forearm. Sorry, it's been a while since I saw the cartoon. But yeah, you just pop those in there, just kind of roll up her sleeves a little bit. And there you go, you've got her. I don't know if those had a name. I just say they're her tendrils that she used to, her interface stuff. I'm questioning if they're keyed for each side because I had quite a bit more problems getting this side in than I did the right arm. Let's see here. Yeah, I think these might be keyed for a particular arm. Let's try this on the other arm. Ooh, the tabs are so small. Yikes. No, I don't think they're keyed. I think I was just like doing something wrong. Let's see. All right, it took some doing, but I was able to get that in her arm. So yeah, just use some caution with that. Also, before you start posing this, I would honestly just kind of look underneath the sleeve, like it just popped out, no problem here. So getting a closer look at the figures, you have Lucy with her two tendrils here, the two sets of hands that she comes with, including this additional headpiece, which we'll get a zoom in on that. Pretty good looking head sculpt there. Love the colors on the hair. Very, very nicely detailed. And of course, her other hands that she comes with. Of course, panning up on the figure itself. These look good in person, and Lucy's head sculpt here looks very good. Suit looks good. Love the cloth jacket. Moving over to David and some of the accessories he comes with. He does have this gold cross on a gold just piece of thread there. We got the two hands. We have the additional head sculpt there, looking very angry. And of course that arm cannon, which we're having a problem staying on there. But looking at David and the clothing that he comes with, the denim looks very good. You have his gun in his hand. You got the double belt. This jacket, once again, it's just really good looking. And there's that face that David has where he is upset and he is looking to do some business. And turn around so you just get a look at the back of the figures. Very accurate. Love the jacket on Lucy, more of that hair color there. And of course, David, love the green on the boots, that denim. I kind of wish those suspender parts were made out of actual cloth, considering everything. Maybe that's not how they were on the cartoon. Maybe I need to go back and look at it. But you've got that emblem on the back and of course that high raised collar. And I'm loving the color on both of these guys' hair, with the brown and the blacks in there. And of course, Lucy's with her just Neapolitan looking ice cream hair. Yeah, these guys look good. Now checking out the height on them, David comes up to just about 6 and just over a half inches tall to the top of his hair. And Lucy comes in right about 5 3/4 inches tall. Also comparing him to a couple other figures from Jada's line, you can see here he is with a Ryu figure, and David's a little bit taller than Ryu, and the newest Cammy figure, who stands a little bit taller than Cammy, stands a little bit taller than Lucy, but honestly, these guys look like they could belong in the same universe. I know David, after he gets his augments in the show, he is a lot bigger, so this is very accurate. Loving how these guys look together. Now getting into the posability, back to Lucy. So all of her hands look like they are hinged horizontally. Yep, it looks like all of her hands are hinged horizontally. I said that wrong. No, her trigger holding hands are hinged vertically. So those are the only ones you got with that. But posability, we'll get her a little gun out of her hand. Looking at the boot, ooh, we got nice ratchet joints on the ankles going back and forth. The peg is into the front of the foot, so you can get some tiltage there. We do have a bit of a calf rotation right here. Double jointed knees, get a pretty good range there. At the hips, we have a swivel right at the cut where her shorts are, or whatever that is that Lucy is wearing. It looks like they're doing the same thing they do with the female figures on the Street Fighter toys, as if in this part is rubber, but they do have this additional part here that's separate from the rubber, but it's pegged into the front and back of the rubber crotch piece. Now the hips don't look like they come down. I might just be pulling on them, but no, they don't come down. They're just pegged in by a joint here. So she goes out about that far. Doesn't give us full Van Damnation, but pretty far. Hips will go out about that far. There is more butt cheek underneath the rubber piece, just to let y'all know. And we'll go back, so she can pretty much get like a almost a full split forward and back. There is a ball joint at the lower waist, and we have another additional ball joint right underneath the diaphragm. But that one, oh no, it's got the range in it. It has got the range. This character can, I mean, look, she can get all the way over about that far. Goes forward about that far. She can go back, not too much, but pretty good. Sadly, no butterflies on the shoulders, but her shoulders do go out. Ooh, more ratcheting, loving the ratchets. You can get a full 360 if the coat wasn't so much in the way, but it's there. Twist at the bicep. You have, I want to make sure, but it looks like these are double. No. Oh boy. No, she does have double jointed elbows. One was just seized up a little bit. So yeah, double jointed elbows, pinless of course. And of course, all of the wrists are on a rotation. And her head has 2 joints at the bottom and the top of the neck. So you can get some very good poses out of that. All the way up, all the way down. And just for show, we're gonna go ahead and pop this head off. Very long ball joint underneath there. Put this other head on. Snaps in very well. I kind of like that head sculpt. Might leave that one on there, but yeah. With the cloth goods, and you can just roll her sleeves back down. So like I said, just make sure that when you go to bend the elbows, you're ensuring that you're going with the direction of the joint, because these sleeves can kind of cover it up. And you know, I am a big clumsy lunkhead. Make sure you don't make the same mistake I do. Mistakes have been made in the past, okay? So looking at David's articulation, we do have that additional joint, well, not additional joint. We have a joint at the ankle that goes back and forth. Once again, very ratcheted. These guys are gonna stand up, no problem. Peg goes into the foot, so you can get some rotation there. We have a cut at the calf, but due to the way that the pants are pinned on, you're not gonna be able to go too far without twisting the fabric of the jeans. It seems like this side is actually not pegged in like this side is, so maybe it's just, it was just paint. It was just paint holding it on there. So full rotation, 360 degrees at the calf, double jointed knees, gets up about that far. No hips coming down or anything. You're gonna have difficulty. I stand corrected. There's not gonna be any difficulty on posing at the legs with these pants, because he gets the full Van Damme nation there with these cloth goods. Now, there are mezcos out there that can't get this kind of articulation with their clothing, so kudos to Jada on that one. Looks like the stitching is holding up pretty well as I look at this character's crotch here. Arms will go forward legs will go forward about that far. Now, here's where you will see some resistance if you try to go in each direction with the pants. So it looks like you can go back about that far and forward like I showed you, but that's all you're gonna get. We do have a ball joint at the lower torso. This one seems to be a lot more hindered, and maybe it's because of the belt, but I'm not seeing a lot on the lower portion as far as like the side to side. Of course, we can get some twist on it, but there is a ball joint down there. It looks like you get more forward and back than you're going to get going side to side. Now, the upper torso right underneath the diaphragm, that's got some really good articulation. You can go a lot of different ways here. Elbows do, the shoulders do have a butterfly joint here, goes out about that far. It's kind of a soft kind of ratchet up here. Very nice though. Double jointed elbows, and most of his hands, well, the pistol holding hand goes up and down. It seems like everything else is hinged horizontally. Double joint at the neck, you got one at the bottom. Wow, look at that. This guy gets some neck posing right here. Also, you got some detail on the back of him. We say that throughout the cartoon of his implant that gives him his speed. And just to try it out, we're gonna put that other head on there. Oh, doesn't have a good pop when you put this on here. This one kind of just softly kind of sits in place. But once again, beautiful articulation on the neck. Just does a lot for this character. And just trying to get this down and get a closer look at that torso joint at the bottom. The articulation is there, but it's somewhat limited. And I'm not sure if that's it's just the way it is. But otherwise, this guy is very nicely articulated. Overall, guys, I'm fairly pleased with how these turned out. Yeah, there are a couple of problems, especially with like Lucy's tendrils and me trying to get it over on her left arm, but that might be something with my copy. Your mileage may vary with yours. Also, there's bendy wire in David's coat, so you can kind of get some more flared kind of options on that. Overall, I really like these guys, and I'm gonna go ahead and put David's necklace on him there. So yeah, happy to pick these guys up at a discounted price and everything. If you've gotten yours, let me know in the comments what you think. Overall, I like these guys. They'll make a good addition to the shelf, and I'm happy to have them. Jada Toys continues to kill it. I know there's 2 more characters coming from this line, and I cannot wait to get them. Anyway, guys, stay tuned for some other pictures at the end of the review, but that's it from me. Like this video and subscribe to the channel, and of course, I will catch you guys on the next one.